Every civil engineer knows one rule: saltwater destroys concrete. Modern structures exposed to seawater begin crumbling within decades. We spend billions every year just slowing down the process. But off the coast of Italy, sitting under 6 meters of seawater, is Roman concrete that was poured 2,000 years ago, and it is stronger today than the day it was built. Modern Portland cement, the material holding together virtually every bridge, pier, and seawall on Earth, has no self-repair mechanism. When it cracks, it stays cracked. The crack becomes a channel for more chemical attack. The structure weakens. Eventually, it fails. The Romans had no chemistry textbooks, no electron microscopes, no industrial testing protocols, and yet they accidentally engineered a building material that does the opposite, a material that uses seawater to repair itself from the inside out. In January 2025, MIT and Harvard researchers published the final piece of the puzzle. What they found changed everything we thought we knew about ancient construction. Roman marine concrete was called opus caementicium. Its recipe, volcanic ash from the Bay of Naples, a material called pozzolana mixed with seawater, lime, and chunks of volcanic rock. No steel reinforcement, no chemical additives. Mixed by hand, poured directly into seawater. The Roman architect Vitruvius noted it with wonder. In the 1st century BC, this material hardened even when submerged underwater. Something that seemed almost paradoxical. The Pantheon, built in 125 AD, still standing, unreinforced concrete dome, largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. For 1,300 years, modern engineers have analyzed it repeatedly. Their conclusion is always the same. We could not build this today, using the materials available to the Romans, and achieve the same result. In 2017, researchers found the first clue. Seawater reacting with Roman concrete was crystallizing a rare mineral called tobermorite, a calcium-aluminum silicate hydrate that grows in interlocking plates, directly inside existing microcracks. The seawater wasn't destroying the concrete. It was triggering a slow crystalline growth that sealed fractures from the inside out. The more the structure was exposed to the very conditions that destroy modern concrete, the stronger it became. Then in 2023, the bigger discovery. MIT chemist Admir Masic analyzed samples from a 2,000-year-old Roman city wall. He focused on small white chunks in the concrete, lime clasts, that every previous researcher had dismissed as evidence of poor mixing. They weren't poor mixing. They were deliberate. The Romans were using quicklime, unslaked, in chunks, and mixing it with volcanic ash before adding water. The violent chemical reaction produced extreme heat up to 300 degrees that created a unique mineral structure no modern process replicates. And those lime clasts, when water seeps into a crack decades later, they dissolve. They fill the crack automatically, without human intervention. In January 2025, a team excavating a construction site in Pompeii found intact, dry mix piles, Roman concrete ingredients, abandoned mid-construction. When Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, the analysis, published in Nature Communications, confirmed the hot mixing technique was standard Roman practice, not an accident, not a regional variation, a deliberate engineering decision made 2,000 years ago that we are only now beginning to understand. The race to copy Roman concrete is now industrial. MIT researcher Marie Jackson has spent over a decade developing Roman concrete analogs. Her prototypes are currently being tested in the New York estuary, submerged in salt water, monitored for self-healing properties. In 2024 and 2025, startups and research groups, including MIT and Swiss company Holcim, began commercial trials of Roman-inspired self-healing concrete. Early results. Cracks heal in 14 to 28 days. Projected service life, over 200 years, even in aggressive marine environments. For comparison, modern coastal infrastructure is typically designed for 50 years. The Romans didn't lose this technology. They left it everywhere, in harbors, in walls, in domes, that are still standing after 2,000 years. We just spent 20 centuries assuming we had surpassed them. Turns out, we're only now catching up. Subscribe to Dead Blueprints. Drop a comment below. Which ancient technology should we investigate next? We'll see you in the next one.